Hello and good evening. This is Wednesday, 15th of September, and we are here to do the daily recap after the trading day. Today was a bit difficult day. Charts weren't looking very good. I think we did quite good trading. Not everything was perfect. Little errors also there, but overall it wasn't too bad. The day ended with a loss. It was 1.5 R loss for me. So let's go over the charts. This is GJ's chart, GBP yen chart, and the day started like, where was it? Should have been like here, like there or here. Yeah, for buys there was no room, and for sell, like here, there's no room for a trade. And yeah, then once we start to break this support and break this wick, when we look to the left, there was every 5 pips and sometimes every pip was an odd support, and also the big round number was there, 151 round. And yeah, that's why I couldn't sell anything. Too much trouble to the left, but price went down, 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 down. Okay, but I'm happy with that. It's not what I do. I only trade when I have clean traffic to the left. Then we had that buy that looks pretty nice, but it was a large bar, and stop would have been 38 pip, and I don't have 38 pip room to this resistance, and not even to the wick there. Yeah, to the wick there, that's almost 1-to-1, but that's not a trade setup. Also after this bullish bar there's no trade. After the bearish bar there's no trade. Just nothing to do here. So nothing happened. Then let's go to the GBPUSD chart. Yeah, a lot to say about that. We had resistance there, like that. So we had this kind of strong bar early in the morning, but it did not break this resistance nor that resistance. So and this looks like rejecting, so no possibility to buy on the next candle. Same issue. Did not pass the resistance, even it made a lower high compared to the previous high. So once it closed weak bullish, we could conclude it could not break the resistance. And then once the next candle went down, first it wicked up a bit, it went down, and once it broke the low of this candle, I took a sell. And that looks quite nice on this chart, but in real life it was hard, because price went completely up, almost took me out, and after that it only came down, and I closed it like there. So yeah, my stop was above there, isn't it? I think so, 22 pip, and my TP was like 18 pip. I took it right there. I think my stop was above this wick. Yes, it's 17 pip, and I took 18 pip there. That's right at this old resistance. So it went very well, but it was hard because it went completely against me. And then on the next candle, I took another trade because this candle closed bearish, and that that was after 3 wicks which could not break this resistance. So I think it was very valid to take a sale on this candle open. I had a little bit better entry, a few pips above. The stop was above the previous candle, which is 13-14 pip. So my TP was 14 pip, 1 to 1 again. Took profit, very nice. But what I want to state here is that this entry below this bullish candle is not what I like too much, and I wouldn't do it again. I hope I don't do it again, because yeah, this is just all bullish, and we did not have a bearish close yet, and I think it's far better to wait for the bearish close. So yeah, it wasn't a very good plan to sell once we broke the low there. Okay, no worries, it happened, and I had 2 winners there, which is quite nice. Then what do we see? Well, I drew this rectangle. It's support from there. You can say, why do you draw the support there? Because we have a lower support there. Yes, that's true, but what we see is a support, a lower support, then again a lower support. And what we then see is that this candle closed above this resistance. So at that point we are back in the range, and this is a fake out. It's not a perfect breakout. It didn't work. It closed back in the range. So therefore, because this is the fake out, I draw my level there, and what we then see is that this next candle, that this green candle creates support just at the old support, and closed bullish there, strong bullish, rejected the zone, and I took an entry buy on the open next candle. That was a good entry, I like it a lot. Stop 18 pips, TP 18 pips, beautiful trade. So we got 1, 2, 3 winners here, very nice. Then in the afternoon, what happened is that this candle broke the resistance there, but yeah, it still has problems to make a decent breakout. Did not really work. Next candle is bearish again, could not break the wicks high, nothing at all. Then the next candle even tried it again, but closed bearish, and that close at this price is really back in the range, because it closed below this old resistance. So yeah, that was for me a reason to sell at the candle open. I think it's nice, it's good. There's room because the stop is like 19 pip, and TP could be 26 pip. That's beautiful. So 1 to 1 is easily possible normally. But it didn't work. I had a lot of trouble during this candle. Next candle closed bullish, so that's where I decided to close at the entry of this candle. It was 2 pips later. So yeah, that was a partial loss. Can't help it, just happens. Yeah, but what was pain to see is that this EMA, which is not part of my trading system, that EMA, that is a good thing. It works so good, but I don't have trading rules for this yet. Okay, this GA 1, 2, 3 TPs and 1 loss, not a full stop, but it was a loss. Okay, then GU. GU, I had a lot of troubles with GU. Here's the level to the left. What we do see is this candle rejected the level, closed bearish, and yes, that's a valid entry on candle open. But I discussed it with Hugo. Hugo said we better sell below the wick, and I hesitate a bit on that. I still hesitate on that because it closed bearish. Okay, it's weak bearish, so maybe yes, it would be better to sell below the wick. In my simulations, I see I do that indeed. So let me do that in the future. Sold there, had to close it above the wick for a full stop loss. After that, I bought because we were above this wick and also above these supports. Sold it, had to close it for a full stop. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the trade. I don't like an impulse entry without first having a close back in the range, so meaning above there, or a green candle which could not make it back in the range, but with the wick into that range, and then the next candle to pass that wick. Let's say it would have been, yeah, it would have been a great buy once the next candle could break the high of this candle. That's really a valid trade, but not in this case, but because now we have this resistance far too close. So okay, so that's 1 and 2 losses in a row. Not so nice. This candle closed bearish, could not close below the support. I sold right once we broke this wick. I sold there, but had to. It took a while. I did not get 1-to-1 on this candle, and once we broke the high of that candle, once we broke it there, I closed this trade. And you can see I had another try once we broke this wick. Also had to close that one. Yeah, those are all small losses, but together they are a bit big. Okay, what's my problem here? I think I don't like this entry because this candle was not closed yet. We had no support broken, and this candle was bullish. That's all what we had: a bullish candle, then a bearish candle. Arguably, it's not a very good entry. But well, okay. So I had a couple of winners. I had a couple of losses, 2 full stop losses, and 3 partial losses. Altogether, it was 1.5 times the risk negative. And that's it. Okay, have a great evening and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.